Welcome to Therapist Reacts Raw, where I sound off on the relationship and mental health aspects of things going on in pop culture or in the world, things that I have not seen before. They're just put in front of my eyes. So I have not watched Bridgerton yet. I know people are telling me I need to, and I need to. My wife has watched it. I just haven't made the time, but I do know a little bit about some of the characters. So I'm going to get some Anthony Bridgerton Season 2 stuff right now. I don't know what awaits me. Here we go.
Speaking of which, she would adore those.
I love the wardrobe in this show. And the floral arrangements. Very nice. I feel like something's about to go down.
They're quite lovely, are they not?
Daphne will be jealous if we return with nothing for her.
Not the bees. This is like Tommy Boy all over again.
It's bloody...
Father.
Killed by CGI.
Oh, the damn thing stung me.
He's not actually gonna die.
Father?
Shut up.
What is it? What? Help us, someone!
Is he allergic? Is this an allergic reaction, or did he get harpooned in the larynx?
Help! Help!
What happened?
I don't know.
I mean, no offense, but what is she gonna do? It's not like she can hoist him on her shoulders.
You must breathe.
Oh, you must breathe. I'm trying. Stop it. No!
No, please don't. Please. No, Edmund! Do not leave!
That escalated quickly. That's shocking. What?
The other children, they cannot see me. Anthony! Go!
Okay, so Anthony is in shock right now, having a hard time processing that his dad was just killed by a pollinator. I don't have a lot of thoughts right now, other than it would be hard to process. I mean, Mom obviously has seen some stuff in her life, because even though she's grieving, she's still lucid and she's thinking about what the next steps are. She's probably experienced death. But for Anthony, this is, yeah, he's frozen. This is fight, flight, or freeze. We freeze when we don't know what to do, right? We freeze when all the options seem bad, or when we're too shocked to even process what's going on. Poor Anthony. And holy crap, Bridgerton writers, like, the hell was that? Now, I understand between my producer and then Alicia, who've both watched this show, that Anthony is supposed to marry Edwina, and Kate, Edwina's sister, does not want to get married, and yet she and Anthony have something palpable, something chemical, something primal. Let's see what happens.
I can assure you, happiness is not your strength.
He's like, yep.
Perhaps vexation, most definitely. The only feeling you are in fact capable of engendering, my lord, is that of discontent. Do not tell me
stand still,
what
damn
to
it.
do.
She thought it was about something else.
No, do not do
Only
Speaking of escalating quickly. Did it sting her?
What?
Can you breathe?
It is only a sting, of course.
Are you certain?
My lord.
No, do not. Do not.
I am unharmed. I am unharmed.
Whoa, way to break the touch barrier. Well, this is exciting. We're confusing different types of arousal here. Fear and panic has turned into something else. She wants to soothe him, now their faces are close. She was just insulting him. This is something I love about television, is that you can hate someone's guts and be insulting them and on the verge of making out like the very next second. That is not how real life operates. Yeah, giddy up indeed. He's like, I'm a bounce. So obviously there is some trauma there. He witnessed his father die before his very eyes because of a bee sting. What we see with trauma triggers is that a reminder of the traumatic incident will bring up an intense fear or panic response. And that's what's going on with him. He sees the bee. And the bee, if we think of like Pavlov's dogs, right? Like the bell originally didn't mean anything to them, but the bell paired with food, they would start to salivate at the sound of the bell because the bell is now associated with food. For him, a bee used to just be a bee. In fact, when he was talking to his dad and he saw the bee around his dad the first time, no big deal, because the bee was just a bee. Now he associates the bee with murder and death, murder bees. And so he sees this bee around her and he has an intense panic response. His heart rate accelerates, his breathing becomes rapid, and then he becomes panicked and forgets himself when it comes to propriety and physical boundaries and gets super close to her. I mean, I could see on the part of the writers, this is a smart way to very quickly bridge the gap. They've got tension, they've got attraction, and she resents him because she's attracted to him. She resents him because he's marrying her sister and she wants him to marry her sister, but at the same time she wants him herself. And so she's confused about this whole dynamic and upset that this whole dynamic is even taking place inside of her. She shouldn't want him. She wants to be alone. And yet want him she does. So she's got all of this going on inside of her and she's lashing out at him because that's how she's handling those feelings. And then the bee gets close and then his hand goes on her upper chest / shoulder and their eyes lock and he's already breathing heavy, and she thought he was breathing heavy because he was looking at her chest, but no, he's just looking at a bee. So she's disappointed that it was just a bee, but also strangely excited that she thought he was looking at her chest and breathing heavy. So now she's just really wanting this to happen to see where it goes. Never knew she wanted it so badly, and he suddenly was scared of the bee and he's all riled up, but now he's touching her skin and their eyes are locking, they're breathing close together. Like, it's just a whole thing, guys. It's a whole thing, and I've never experienced this specific thing in my life. I've never had the convergence of bees and breasts and eye contact before, but I'll see Felicia's game.
Losing Edmund was the most difficult time of my life.
Yep.
And the pain that I felt. Beyond description. But there is one thing that has given me at least some modicum of solace. It's knowing that I would still choose the life I led with him each and every time.
That's awesome.
And I would undoubtedly feel the same pain I felt all over again if I had to, because real, true love is worth it.
Love is pain, and it is worth it. And the only way to live without pain...
Do not lose her, Anthony. You cannot lose her.
The only way to live without pain is to live without love. But is that really a life? If we don't love others, if we don't connect with others, if we don't serve others and enjoy others and are loved by others. And I'm not saying if you don't have that, your life isn't worth living. I'm saying it's what we seek. And that love can also be love for yourself. Something I've been discovering a lot lately is just how powerful it is to be for yourself what you wanted others to be for you. But she talks about how that was the worst time of her life, the most painful time was losing him, but it was worth it for the time she had with him. At some point or another, everyone you know and love is either going to leave you through death or you're going to leave them. And for some people, they just don't want to get connected because what's the point if you're going to lose it? But the point is all the times that you had before and all the times that you had before the loss. Okay, Bridgerton, you got me hooked. I need to watch this show. What other things should I react to when it comes to Bridgerton? What do you want to pick my brain about? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep shining, folks. We need your light. Speaking of Bridgerton, I got another video for you on that very subject right here. Right here. Watchy, watchy, clicky, clicky.